The article discusses India's abstention from voting on a United Nations General Assembly (UNGA) resolution calling for an immediate, durable, and sustained humanitarian truce in the Israel-Hamas conflict. The resolution was supported by 120 member countries, while 14 countries voted against it. India was among the 45 countries that abstained. The Indian government's decision was criticized, with some considering it a departure from India's historical stance on Palestine. India's External Affairs Minister, S. Jaishankar, explained that India's vote was consistent with its anti-terrorism stance, citing the lack of explicit condemnation of Hamas in the resolution. India's vote signifies a shift in its approach, moving from voting for resolutions critical of Israel to abstaining or voting against them, possibly indicating a desire to maintain a balanced position amid global polarization.
The Maratha quota agitation in Maharashtra, led by activist Manoj Patil, stems from the community's demand for reservation in education and government jobs. Despite 12 of Maharashtra's 20 chief ministers being Marathas, the community lacked a quota. In 2018, a bill granting 16% reservation to Marathas was passed but was later scrapped by the Supreme Court in 2021. Patil's hunger strike intensified the agitation, leading to protests, highway blockades, and demands for OBC caste certificates. The OBC community opposed Marathas' inclusion in their reservation pie. The government agreed to Patil's demands, setting a 2 January 2024 deadline for the quota implementation.
The recent collision between two passenger trains in Andhra Pradesh's Vizianagaram district, resulting in 14 deaths and 50 injuries, highlighted the absence of the Traffic Collision Avoidance Systems (TCAS) called Kavach on the route. Kavach, an indigenous system developed by Indian Railways, serves as an anti-collision system, warning the loco pilot of red signals and applying automatic brakes if necessary. The system's components include RFID technology in tracks, RFID readers in locomotives, and radio infrastructure at stations. While the Railways Ministry attributed the accident to human error, experts believe Kavach could have prevented it. However, limited coverage and high costs hinder widespread implementation, with only 1,500 kilometers covered out of the total 68,000 kilometers railway network.
The American Israel Public Affairs Committee, AIPAC, a pro-Israel lobbying group founded in 1954, exercises significant influence over U.S. foreign policy. Despite representing a small portion of the American population, less than 3%, AIPAC has become a powerful force in shaping American policies regarding Israel. It focuses on grassroots activism, organizing activists into caucuses to assist political contenders based on their stance on Israel. AIPAC also operates political affairs committees, PACs, that fund pro-Israel candidates and oppose those critical of Israel. While AIPAC's influence is well established, it faces growing scrutiny due to the escalating civilian casualties in Gaza, potentially questioning America's unconditional military aid to Israel.
On 29 October, a series of explosions occurred at the annual regional convention organized by the Jehovah's Witnesses in Kalamsiri, Kochi, Kerala, killing 3 people, including a 12-year-old child, and injuring over 50. A 57-year-old man, Martin Weedy, surrendered to the police and claimed responsibility for the act, stating that he wanted to teach the sect a lesson for being anti-national. The Jehovah's Witnesses, a millenarian Christian group, do not believe in the Christian Trinity but consider Jesus as the Son of God and Jehovah as God. They abstain from certain practices, including blood transfusions, and focus on door-to-door evangelical work. In India, they have faced controversies related to their refusal to participate in national ceremonies and events like singing the national anthem. The group asserts it does not engage in forcible conversions and leaves individuals the freedom to accept or reject their message. The organization has faced persecution under various governments and currently has around 57,000 members in India, with approximately 15,000 in Kerala.
Saima Wazid, born into a prominent political family in Bangladesh, has been elected as the World Health Organization's WHO Regional Director for Southeast Asia, succeeding Poonam Khetrapal Singh. Wazid, who advocates for mental health policies, secured the position after a heated debate regarding nepotism due to her mother being the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. She refuted the claims, highlighting her professional credentials and past work in global health organizations. Despite the controversies, Wazid plans to continue her efforts to support vulnerable communities in Bangladesh and the wider region.